Hey guys, so today I'm going to talk right to you. Look, I've been doing these videos now since the end of May 26th, so June, July, August, so about 15 weeks, and this is going to be my last one of the monetization videos. I've been doing them. It's not really the focus of my channel. The focus of my channel is aspiring data engineers and small and medium-sized businesses that are looking to start their data journey. However, it's been encouraging for me to see my growth. It's hopefully been encouraging to other content creators that have seen my growth. I'm going to maybe continue them on a separate channel. So if you're interested, ping me down below. I'll let you know what that channel is and where that's going to be at. But I'm not going to continue to put them on the data engineering channel. It's just not a good fit with the rest of my content. I believe that it's confusing the algorithm, which is one of the things that I've learned over the past couple weeks, because there's such a different target audience for these videos as opposed to my Python training or my SQL training or the demos that I do on ETL and ELT and orchestration tools and all the data engineering concept videos that I do. It's just not a good content mix with everything else that I do. So while I may continue to do these videos, I'll actually be putting them on another channel if I do continue to do them. And I might not do them at such a high frequency every week. I might do them like every other week. That being said, one of the big reasons I'm ready to break these off from the rest of my content is I have a significant following, I believe, a significant number of people in the community at this point that they're interested in the actual content that I'm creating for SMBs and for aspiring data engineers. So I want to continue to drive that audience into my channel, and this content creation stuff needs to go somewhere else. It's just not a good mix. So that being said, it's been a fantastic week as far as growth goes. There are 40 new subscribers to the channel, so I am super excited. It threw my total subscriber count over 250. I'm actually at 269 this morning. For those of you that were here last week and watched last week, I was at 221 last week, so super excited about that. So actually, 227 last week. Sorry. So actually, at this point, 42 new subscribers. So I am ecstatic about that. I'm hoping that these people are getting some benefit and some learning from what I'm putting out there. I'm hoping that it's encouraging people to be more data driven and to be more fact driven and to go out there and play with some of these cool tools and some of these programming concepts. And I really hope that it sparks the passion in somebody and helps them to start their own journey into data. So that being said, let's look at some analytics on on YouTube Studio, and I'll show you how far we've come over the last week. All right, let's look at this analytics. Like I said, we had 40 new subscribers this week. Super excited about that. It really averaged at the most 23 over the last several months, and so to have a week of 40 new subscribers was super exciting. It's a combination probably of the community posts that I've done. I've done a few shorts this week and a couple of long form videos. I have done some extra Python tutorials, and I've started a project this week where I am writing a Python script that will use generative AI to go out and reach out to OpenAI, which is ChatGPT for those of you that are non-techie people. So reaches out to ChatGPT, actually does a request, a query for content. And so you could give it a target audience, what your niche is, how many creation ideas that you want, and what type of content that you want to create, and it will bring back in a table form all that information. Not only will it do that, it will put it directly into a SQL Server table for you. For those of you that don't know what SQL Server is, it's just a database. You could get it for free. There's a SQL Server Express Edition that you could get and download to your computer for free. So basically, you feed the Python script those few parameters and run it. Goes out to ChatGPT, asks it the question. ChatGPT gives it the information in a table format, and then the Python script takes that, puts it into your database, and then from there, I have a Power BI report set up that it feeds that information to, and I have some visuals on how it breaks down that content, what the different topics are, who the different target audiences are. That way you could, if you have a couple of different target audiences or maybe a couple different specific niches that you meet for your channel, then the script will be able to handle that and accommodate for that. So I'm super excited about that project. It's something that I've been really wanting to do. I know some people are really against using AI for content creation, but this just gives you some ideas that you may want to go off of. And so if you get stuck, then you could use this. So it's something that I want it to be a collaborative project. So it is out there in GitHub. For those of you that, again, are not techie, GitHub is a repository. So it's basically like a file server, or it's a folder of different files that are out there on the internet that people could go out and you could share it with other people. You could give other people permission to go in and edit or maybe just view. And that way you could share your creations and your projects with the world. That's how open source tends to work. And so I'm making this open source. I want it to be a living document that people can go out and hopefully provide feedback for, so that we could continue to grow it and it could help other people. In addition, for the same concept, for my audience that is aspiring data engineers, for those people that are looking to learn SQL, I'm doing a very similar script that instead of getting content ideas, you could feed it. For example, I want a data set of customer lead information for a company similar to Bath and Body Works. Tell it how many records you want, tell it what fields you want, and it will go out, ask OpenAI, or again ChatGPT, and return back a synthetic or a fake data set, so that you could use that. It'll automatically load it into SQL Server, create the table for you in SQL Server, load it, and and then you could go out and use that data source to practice your data skills, whether that be SQL, whether that be continuing to hit that table and use Python for data cleansing, whether it be creating some visuals for Power BI, or say you wanted 10,000 records or even 100,000 records. You could do that. It might take some time. There is potentially a little bit of cost to it if you want it to be quicker, but that's on the ChatGPT OpenAI side, and it will feed those rows into your table, and then you'll have that as a kind of a playground to go out and practice with. And maybe you want to use it to create your own AI models or predictive modeling or machine learning, and you could use those synthetic data sets to do that. So those are the couple of projects that I've been working on. Again, one of them definitely more focused on content creation, the other one more focused on aspiring data engineers. But all that to say, I put into my community posts that that's something that I'm working on. I'm hoping to get some interest in that, so that one, people could learn Python because it's a Python-based script or program that I'm working on, and two, I want it to be collaborative. I want the community to be involved in it and to help it to grow. So being in a echo chamber is never good. So I'm hoping that that will continue to grow the community. In addition, my watch time hours continue to grow. Super excited about that. We've got 16.7 watch hours this week. I do have some shorts in there. So again, for those of you that are new to content creation, you have to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours from your long form videos in order to monetize. And monetization means that you're part of the YouTube partner program, which means that you're getting revenue from the ads that are shown on your videos. So 16.7 hours is not going to do it for the week. Generally, I'll have to be up to about 10 hours a day in order to hit that 4,000 watch hour goal. And those watch hours have to be from your long form videos, not your shorts. For shorts, there's a different metric that you have to reach. I want to say it's 10 million views within 90 days. I don't do enough shorts that I'll ever hit 10 million views in 90 days, but the shorts bring people in, help to draw people into the channel to look at the channel, and then I'm actually seeing some conversion from the shorts to my long form videos. I know in general that's not the case, but I am seeing that. I am seeing people watching the shorts, it pulling people in, and then those people are looking through my other videos. So while a lot of those creation channels are telling you that shorts don't convert to long form videos, for me it does. It's not a huge percentage. It's around 10%, but 10% is better than no percent. So I've got that going for me. So again, 16.7 watch hours this past week. As you see, the 40 subscribers is 60% more than my previous 7 days. Again, I am so incredibly ecstatic to be over 250 subscribers, and 2 for this growth this week. It's huge for me. The watch time hours is a bit down, 26% less than the previous 7 days. I think that's because I had a live video the previous week, and it was an hour, and I got significant watch time from that. Then I have these views. So I've hit 1.2K views over the past 7 days, which is 33% lower than last week. Again, however, had several shorts last week, was pumping out some shorts last week just because I had a bunch of ideas in my head that I wanted to get out. And also because I had this new program that I was playing with, this InVideo AI, which is super cool. InVideo AI, you could go out and give it a script. You could give it an idea. It will go through, grab some music, grab some stock video, put it all together for you. And then if you want to do the voiceovers, you could export it and do the voiceover at that point. Or you could actually create a AI voice that sounds similar to your voice, and it will add that voice to the script. Again, it's super cool. Very similar to the other AIs. Once it creates the video, you could give it some direction as to things to change. Again, InVideo AI, it's kind of pricey. I want to say it's like $25 a month. So kind of pricey in comparison to the other tools that are out there. But I've used it to pump out some shorts into TikTok because that felt like the right audience for AI generated views. I put a couple on YouTube, but I want YouTube to be me. I want YouTube to be authentically me and not AI. So even when I do talk to ChatGPT about, hey, I've got this idea, what do you think? I'll write out a script, put it in there. It'll clean up some of my grammar because I'm a data engineer and grammar may be not my my forte. If it was a bunch of code and math, then cool, I could do that. But grammar, it helps me to make sure that I stay on the right page with grammar. Not that I'm completely inept at grammar, but it helps to clean it up a little bit. And sometimes it gives me some ideas and some ways to approach things that I hadn't thought of before. So great tools. Generally, I do use ChatGPT for that because it remembers who I am. It even remembers what other videos that I've done and gives suggestions on different synergies between other videos and the video that I'm proposing. So super cool. 1.2k views, not bad. 33% less than last week, but still pretty decent. As you see, I've got 618 over the last 48 hours. I have pumped out a couple of shorts and my long form video on data structures for Python. So check that out if you are an aspiring data engineer and are learning Python for your data journey. That data structures are super important. Need to have a good foundation in data structures in order to use Python for different things when you start getting into pandas or polars or PySpark down the line. All right, so that's my analytics for the week. Again, I couldn't be more excited. I am ecstatic about the direction of the channel. I'm ecstatic that people are coming in. I am hoping and praying that they're actually getting some value out of my content. I'm assuming so because I'm not having nearly as many people leave the channel as I was at first. My first month, there were a bunch of people that came in, and then a bunch of people that kind of flushed out over the past couple months. So I hope that people are coming in, finding value, learning. And that's what it's about for me, is being able to teach and being able to talk to y'all and have conversations, and for me to learn from you all too. So again, if you ever have comments or thoughts or ideas about what I've said, what I've done, things that you'd like to see, be sure to put them down in the comments. I love feedback. I love interacting with the community. I actually have started mentoring this week one of the people from the community that reached out and asked for it. So incredibly ecstatic about that as well. So if you are looking for mentoring or coaching, be sure to reach out. I'm happy to do that as well. And so super excited about the growth of the channel this week. Incredibly excited about the direction that I'm going in. I hope that the people that are watching continue to get value from the things that I'm talking about. I am currently doing a couple of projects. One is involving content creation. So I am working on a Python script that will work and integrate with OpenAI, which is ChatGPT for those of you that are non-techie people, that will go out, ask ChatGPT for content ideas. You could tell it how many content ideas you want, what your niche is, what specific target audience that you'd like to look at serving, and if you have any specific ideas that you'd like to feed it, you could feed it that. And what it will do is it will output those content ideas and actually push them into a SQL server. So for those of you that don't know, a SQL server is just a database. It has tables in it. You could store data in it. And so what it does is the Python script automatically pushes those content ideas in a columnar format into a table in SQL Server. And then from there, I've created a Power BI front end so that I could do some visualizations on how many content ideas I have in there for SMBs, which is small, medium-sized businesses, as well as aspiring data engineers. But it will feed, a lot of people need content ideas. Some people are not as creative as others, but they want to get their thoughts and ideas out there. So this helps to kind of spark things along. And so creating that so that it will automatically feed in those ideas into a table. You could create some Power BI visuals and go through and filter your ideas, help with that creative journey, and super excited about that project. I tell you about all that because I posted that idea out there on my community page, and I think that it's helping to draw people into my channel and continue to help to grow my channel. And so super excited about that project. At the same time, I am doing a similar project, again, working with OpenAI, ChatGPT, to create synthetic data sets. So synthetic data sets are basically just pretend data that you could go out and use to feed into things like machine learning models that you could use to load into your SQL Server. Again, SQL Server Express is something that's free that you could go out, download, install on your computer, and use if you are an aspiring data engineer or a SMB that is starting your data journey, go out and get this tool. Power BI is free, SQL Server Express is free, Python's free. These tools are free. There's plenty of information out there that will get you started. So again, doing this other script to create synthetic data sets so that people on their data journey could go out, get some pretend data sets that are very similar to real data sets, and start to play with data. Start to learn how to manipulate things, how to clean data sets, how to get your hands dirty and go out there and code. So I'm posting these things out there on a place called GitHub. Again, for those of you that are not techie, GitHub is just a repository of files that programmers go out and put their code at so that it could be open source and collaborative. You could give other people access to it. There are definitely other ideas and concepts around GitHub about version control and things like that. That's a little bit more advanced for people that I'm talking to right now, especially for this specific video, since you all may be content creators. And so creating those couple of, doing those couple of projects that I'm super excited about. In addition, over the next couple of weeks, I'm going to do a live interview with my brother. My brother was a former Navy corpsman, and he moved into being a software engineer. He's a front-end dev right now for a government contract. He lives in Alexandria, and I'm gonna do a video with him on what that journey looked like for him coming out of the Navy, going into civilian life, and moving into a software engineer position when he was a corpsman. And a corpsman, originally he was thinking about being a nurse and going into nursing, and decided that software engineering is what his passion was and what he wanted to do with his life. And so I am really thrilled to talk to him about that. I think that there are plenty of other people out there that may be going through, some same fear and concerns that he went through coming out of the Navy, getting back into civilian life, and moving out into the career field. So I'm going to be doing that in the next couple of weeks. He's out of the country right now, but he'll be returning, and going to do that probably next weekend or the weekend after. So look forward to that. Check that out if you're interested in it. If you're interested in starting your data journey or continuing your data journey, be sure to check out these SQL tutorials. And if you're interested in learning Python to continue your data journey, be sure to check out these Python videos. And if you got something out of today's content, be sure to like and subscribe. If there's enough interest and enough desire for me to continue these videos on this channel, then I'll do that. If that's something you're interested in, put that in the comments. Otherwise, I will be moving this content onto another channel. Let me know down below if you want to know what that channel name is. So I will talk to you again soon. Thank you. My learnings were breaking this content away from the rest of it so that I could focus on the aspiring data engineers and those SMBs that are out there that need help on their data-driven journey. That's what it's about for me. That's why I created this channel. That is what I am passionate about. I love data. I love learning new programs. I love teaching myself so that I could teach others. So even if it's something that maybe I don't know yet and you want me to go out and research it, I am 100% up for that too. I have a pretty diverse background, been doing this for 25 years. I've seen a lot of things, done everything from AWS to Azure to Snowflake to SSIS and even Crystal reports back in the day, all the way through Power BI and Tableau, and know a ton about Excel. Been studying AI and different ways I could integrate AI into the things that we do as data engineers and data professionals. So if you have questions about those things, reach out. I'm gonna do a live soon in the next couple weeks, actually with my brother. My brother was a former corpsman in the Navy. He worked at the hospital in Bethesda, and when he finished up with the Navy, he went into software engineering, and so now he's a back-end dev doing government contracts up in Alexandria. And so in the next couple weeks, he's in Greece right now, but when he comes back, I am going to do a live session with him talking about his transition from the Navy to civilian life to doing these government contracts as a backend dev. So I hope that y'all are excited about that. I think it's a great synergy with the channel because I think that there are plenty of people out there that are in the military that want to know, that maybe are afraid of moving from the military to civilian life and into a tech job. So I want you to know that it is 100% doable, 100% not beyond the scope of something that you would accomplish. So I'll be doing that in the next couple weeks. If you are interested in any of the SQL training, if you're starting your data journey, be sure to check those out. If you are interested in the Python training that I've been doing, be sure to check those out. And if you would like to continue to see this content, let me know in the comments below. And if there's a ton of interest, I'll keep it on this channel. If there's not, I'm gonna move it on to another channel so that we could separate that away. So like and subscribe if you got something out of today's video. I'll talk to you again sometime soon.